we got to record here.
I thought he.
All right, we're ready to rock.
Hello.
We're ready to rock and roll for week 16 of the RackMe football podcast with our special guest, Mr. Jim Florentine.
Can we talk
Jim,
about
good to see you.
baseball
How's
for
it
a
going?
second before we get to the football?
We sure are going to talk about
Okay.
baseball first. I got my Mets hat on. I am ready for spring training.
Okay, so San Francisco Giants is supposed to get Carlos Carrera, 13 years, $350 million. They were announced yesterday, and then they found some medical issue. So they called off the deal or they put it on hold, and the Mets swooped in and took him.
So they called off the deal because of a back issue, a supposed back issue.
Yeah.
And once it was called off, Steve Cohen, the Mets owner, called Steve Boros, the agent, directly because they had been negotiating and asked Boros. And I know you're a Giants fan, Jim. It's one of the reasons why I'm wearing this hat. So Boros said, he said to Boros, "Hey, is this done or what? Can we talk?" He goes, "We can absolutely talk." They picked up where they left off.
Okay, so as a Giant fan, I'm happy that we didn't get him. You way overpaid for him. He's been in the league 6 years. He's been on the disabled list 7 times in 6 years. He's a former Astros cheater. He's probably on PEDs.
I can only hope.
And he's Puerto Rican, so he's probably 4 years older than he really is. He's probably 37 right now. He says he's 28. Have him. He's got gray hair. He's got gray pubes. He's going to be another Met bust. The only Scherzer, you can't go wrong with signing Matt Scherzer. The guy's a fucking animal. But other than that, every time you guys sign, most of these guys are busts.
Verlander?
Now you got $625 million at short and third base for the next 10 years. Good luck when they start breaking down. And I'm going to the first game. I'm going to fucking bring a garbage can.
What was that book? It was like the worst team money can buy when they got Vince Coleman, Brett Saberhagen. They got Bobby Bonilla.
92. Murray. Remember
Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray from the Orioles. Yeah, they were a bunch of guys that you could not root for, and they stunk.
$389 million payroll for the Mets, highest ever in baseball history, and they have to pay $100 million in a luxury tax just this year alone.
Jim, you got to stop. Jim, you got to stop. I'm getting hard. You got to stop with all the numbers. I'm getting hard.
Tony, you're a big sports fan. You've been following for a long time. When has these superstar teams ever fucking won anything? When they sign just a bunch of players that can't gel? That's these superstars with their own attitude, their own agendas. When has that ever happened?
And they never win, and it never pans out. I mean, Robinson Cano made that kind of money with Seattle. He goes out to Seattle, makes that money. No one really ever heard from him again until they found out he's cheating. Albert Pujols, he goes to LA. No one heard of him for a while. Miguel Cabrera. He's basically the only reason Miguel Cabrera is retiring is his contract is finally up. They signed him to a 10-year deal. He does that. He wins the Triple Crown. Then he just tailed off. I mean, the injuries piled up. He was never the same player during that deal. It was almost a thank you.
They didn't put anything around him. At least with the Mets, like Jim said, I got Scherzer last year, Verlander this year, and those guys are on 2-year deals. That's going to be big money coming off, especially with Scherzer after next year. Right. And then Verlander the year after.
And then they'll sign fucking Jarrett Cole, who wants to lead the Yankees for $40 million. So they're not going to all of a sudden have this unbelievable amount of payroll where they could spend money. Good luck. Good luck with your super team. Yeah, watch the Indians this year with a bunch of fucking second and third year players have a better record than the Mets.
Jim, I didn't think you'd take it this badly.
No, I don't. I'm happy. I didn't want them.
It's a lot. Look, it's a lot of money. I wasn't expecting Korea. I really wasn't. I wasn't expecting it. We got a guy who can play there. We got a young guy who can play there with a lot less, the need not even to carry the team because they got a bunch of veteran guys. Yeah, listen, this guy is overspending. But for all the years I fucking had to sit through the Will Ponds and signing guys at the bottom of the barrel, and then being out of it by May 18th, we're done. Finally, I can sit back a little bit and after a 101 win season, maybe come back and and compete. Maybe we can compete. But look at the money.
Congratulations, you won the offseason. Congratulations.
That's not a good thing.
The only contract.
The Mets have now spent, by the way, the Mets have spent $1.6 billion on players the last 3 years. 1.6 more than the Yankees, Rangers, Padres, and
Good.
Phillies.
Good.
Unbelievable.
The only contract over $200 million in baseball that has ever worked out was a deal with Scherzer with the Nationals. Not one contract they've done studies on it. Not one has worked out in any team's favor. So
Listen,
good luck.
Maybe we have a good 5 or 6 year run, Jim.
Yeah,
by that
right.
time I'm
okay.
dead. At my age, I'll be dead anyway. So maybe for the last 5 or 6 years of my life, I have a team that'll compete for a World Series. Because I sure as shit don't have a football team competing for a Super Bowl.
Why do you think you're going to be dead in 5 to 6 years?
I'm just saying I might be. I might be.
What do you know that we don't?
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys off when the microphones are turned off.
How many vaccines did you get?
No, that's not that. No, all good.
Well, if you
All
pass
good.
away, can you tell
So
your wife if you pass away, could you tell your wife to give me that metal show shirt so I could resell it to someone else?
That's
I'll
$20.
give you back I'll give you back the terrorizing telemarketers too that I bought from you. I'll give you that back.
Good. Yeah.
You can resell that.
Thanks.
All right, let's
I'll
get
put
into
it in
it.
your coffin at you.
All right, so before we get into it, so here we go. So the stats, the commissioner is at 122 and has an 11-game lead on Ryan Z. But and we got Steve Bonapane at 109. The winner of the week is one Luke Florentine with 9.
Wow.
Luke Florentine won the week.
Wow.
That was quite a week because I started looking the first couple of games. I'm like, oh, this is disaster. I think what I get, Ken, did I get 7?
Yeah, Tony, no, you ended up having 8. I had 7.
Okay.
Chad had 8.
Yeah, it was a tough week, the picks.
Well,
yeah,
especially
it was crazy.
when you pick New England and they decide to do the band is on the field, throw to the Raiders.
And there was a couple of backdoor covers, but of course, we all won Detroit, didn't we?
We did. Thank you, Gladwell.
Gladwell ape.
And Ken, the Cowboys. What happened?
What happened was the second half, the defense got gashed, could not stop the run, and Trevor Lawrence is a really good quarterback. Cowboys are banged up, but they're locked in at the number 1 wild card spot. So they're going to go and play probably Tampa Bay, the winner of a lousy NFC South. And the way the Cowboys are going, they'll lose that game. And then, I'll hang myself or something like that, or keep wearing my Mets hat. But
if you hang yourself, make sure again send the T-shirt to Jim.
Yeah, Voss wants his shirt back too.
All right, let's get this thing rolling. I got terrible Wi-Fi here, guys.
All right, so okay. First game.
Hi, Chad. How are you?
It's all right. I'm going to be talking a lot less today because of my shitty Wi-Fi.
Here we go. Jacksonville, the Jaguars are at the Ghettolands playing the Jets right now, and that we're 1:49 Eastern time. It's a pick'em. Jacksonville at New York Jets at the Ghettolands. Tony Mazer.
It's amazing when you actually give a quarterback a little bit of time, a decent head coach to try to let him show the ropes. Give him an opportunity to get shake off the first year. I think Trevor Lawrence is really improving and is a pretty solid quarterback. And I think the Jets, even though their defense had been improving, have been pretty good this year. But I don't know. I'm going Jacksonville on the road here. I like what Trevor Lawrence has been able to show the last couple of weeks.
Jim.
Look, Trevor Lawrence has had 5 great games in a row. Before that, he was 5th. Mediocre. You didn't know if he was like a Kyler Murray. You didn't know if he's going to be good or not. So he's on a roll. Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, look, it's the Jets. It's in the fucking Meadowlands. The Jets, 7-7. They could make the playoffs. I say like the Jets. I've explained it for years. The Jets are like, they have a girlfriend that keeps cheating on them constantly and breaking their heart, but then they take them back. And right around Christmas time, they cheat again. You keep taking this woman back and she keeps fucking breaking your heart. So the Jaguars will cover and win that game.
Yeah, it's a pick. I'm taking the Jags.
Yeah,
Dr. Z.
I'm jumping on the Trevor Lawrence bandwagon. I'm jumping in and taking the Jags too.
1:00 Sunday, New Orleans Saints at Chad Zumock and Tony Mazur's Cleveland Browns. Cleveland given 2.5. Chad, lead us off.
Oh man, I really hate this team. I don't like them. I don't like anything about them. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Tony Mazur.
So I was weighing on this, and I'm gonna go the Saints for one reason only. Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton plays the Browns like he's Roger Staubach for whatever reason, and he's used to this weather. He's used to playing in Cleveland, and remember, the weather's going to be a big factor in this weekend. So this is going to be one of those where we're either going to get a lot of picks right or we're going to get nothing right. And I think this is one where Andy Dalton's going to help lead them to a very small margin victory here. So I'm going with New Orleans.
Well, since Deshaun Watson in the 3 games he's been back, he's led the Browns to 2 touchdown drives in 3 weeks. 253 million guaranteed. That's pretty good. I mean, 2 touchdown drives in 12 quarters. He's a fucking superstar, just like I knew he would be. He's the Browns' answer. Browns probably will run the table and win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, who doesn't want a quarterback fucking 2 TDs in 3 games in a league that you have to score points to win? It's fucking phenomenal. I mean, it's, I wish he was on the Dolphins, but I think he'll lead them to 1 touchdown and then probably like 3 or 4 field goals. So I'll take the Browns to win by a field goal, but still he'll go his usual 1 touchdown drive. He's amazing.
He's rounding into shape. I'm taking the Browns. They're going to score. He's going to score 1 touchdown on his own and throw for 2 others. So I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, because all of a sudden he's going to be amazing, right?
Yes, all of a sudden. Just all of a sudden.
It's good that that was a good it was good that the Browns did that and traded their drafts away for the next 2 years. Jacoby Brissett would have had more touchdown drives in the last 3 games easily than Deshaun Watson, but that's good. And he stinks, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills at Chicago Bears. Buffalo given 9.
I'm going to take the Bears. The Bears have been covering backdoor covers. Justin Fields fucking runs for 100 yards every game. The Bills will take them lightly after that game with Miami last week. So they still have to win, obviously, to get the number 1 seed. But I think the Bears will cover probably on a backdoor cover with 9 points.
Chad.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jim's pick on that. The Bears are going to cover.
I go to Tony.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
Was that Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
It just came in really fast because everything slowed down and then sped up really quick there. I'm going Bears as well. They're saying because over at Soldier Field, the game, it's going to feel like it's negative 11 degrees when they play this game. And so I don't, even though the Bills have a very good offense, I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored. So I am going with the Bears, but I don't think they'll win. But I think Buffalo will win maybe by a field goal here.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears. Too many points. Taking the Bears. Houston Texans at Tennessee Titans. Titans giving up 4. Tony.
God, this is just an awful game. I'm going Titans at home. They're still leading that division. They're 7-7. I've brought it up how many times in this podcast that Tom Brady was the one who said early on that there's a lot of bad teams. You have 2 teams now, including Buffalo or the Buccaneers, that are at or below 500 and leading their division. So, and this is one of those cases. It's just a horrible AFC South. But the Titans, I'm going to pick them just because they're just a more talented team.
Jim.
Yeah, I mean, Tannehill shows up like every other week. You got great running game and stuff like that. Yeah, they're not going to blow them out, but they'll probably win by 7 or so. So I'll take the Tennessee.
Chad.
Tennessee. And do you guys hear each other good? Because I'm
yes.
Okay, I don't hear. It's been weird, so that's why I've been kind of quiet. My apologies. I'll step it up next week.
Tennessee's a desperate team, and they cover a lot more than Houston. I'm taking Tennessee. Seattle. Todd Glass's Seattle Seahawks at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs giving up.
Craig Gass.
Oh, what did I say? Todd? Yeah, Craig. Sorry.
I remember Todd Glass.
Yeah, remember Todd? Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs giving up 10. Jim.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I mean, the Chiefs got, it's Chiefs and Bills right now for that number one seed, and only one team gets the week off. So, but Seattle, you never know. I mean, Geno Smith, who has surprised the shit out of me. He's been a bum his whole fucking career, and this year, but the last couple of weeks he hasn't been playing that well. That's a lot of points. Shit. I'm gonna go Seattle. Oh, but one other thing, I just want to commend the NFL, because ever since they put end racism in the back of the end zone, racism has been down like 33%. Just from those words.
There you go.
It's working.
No, it really has. Have you noticed? I mean, you see the articles and you notice that like everybody's getting along.
And the love. Jim, the love. They have "We Are Love" on the back of their helmets, and the love.
Yeah, choose love. Yeah. Choose love.
No late hits. There's been no late hits or anything like that.
So Josh Allen has "choose love" in the back of his helmet. When his wife divorced him, is fucking the neighbor, because he's always at the fucking Bills, studying fucking game tape. Is he still going to choose love, or is he going to? I need to get this off my helmet because I don't love her anymore, and she's going to fucking take me to cleaners because I had no prenup. But it's good that racism is down, because they wrote that in the end zone. So a lot of people that don't like another race read that and go, yeah, I'm not going to push this white guy in the fucking subway train. Had racism. I just saw a Packer game the other night. It's good that they did that. They're not pandering at all.
So you're taking Seattle, Jim? Is that what we get out of this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Tony.
Hey, it takes all of us. Remember that. That's in the other end zone. It takes all. I don't know. It takes all of us for what? Pay $75 to park. I know it does. Everyone in the car has got to give me $25. I can't afford it, but yeah, it's great.
I love the one that's in the back of Tom Brady's helmet that says "Inspire Change." I'm like, yeah, in his marital status.
Yeah, inspired. Yeah, I know he's going to change Gazelle's pussy to fucking some 22-year-old Miami.
Yep, he traded up.
I'm going to go Kansas City in this one. I'm going to say, I mean, it's Christmas Eve. It's a day game. I'll say Mahomes tries to put on a show for Christmas, and wants to get him into that top seed.
Seattle.
So I'm going Kansas City
doesn't cover. They're the opposite of Detroit. Chad,
this is true, but
I'm going with the commissioner on this one. He's the leader right now. He seems to be doing his homework, so I'm piggybacking on him.
New York Giants at Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota giving up 4, Tony.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. I mean, only 4. I don't know. I think the Vikings, that game the other day, very boring and not a very good team. But they've won so many games because they're playing, pretty crappy opponents. But I think that was one of those games where they can really look into and kind of build upon. So I'm going to go with Minnesota in this one. I'm going to say they're like, hey, we did that. We got a wake up call last week, and let's continue it.
Yeah, we saw that wake up call help Dallas, huh? Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I think Minnesota. The Giants, every week you think they're going to just show that they're a shit team. Then they win and wind up winning, like the Redskins on Monday night. You thought they were going to lose that one in Washington, and then they fucking shit the bed this past week. So I think Minnesota wins this 4 points because they could score more points than the Giants. They got a decent offense, so I'll go Vikings.
Listen, I'm taking the Vikings because they see an opportunity to try to get the number 1 seed. Since Philadelphia is limping into Dallas with an injured quarterback. So I'm taking the Vikings.
They got zero chance of getting the number 1 seed, the Vikings. 0.
Okay.
The Eagles are going to beat the fucking Cowboys with Minshew this week.
Exactly.
They will, because they're still a good team, and it's, so they're going to, they got 0. They're not going to get the number 1 seed, but I think the Vikings will score more points inside and all that shit. So,
Chad.
Nick Swartzen's Vikings.
Boy, Nick had a roller coaster day on Twitter, didn't he, watching that game?
That brought him back to Twitter.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals at New England Patriots. Cincinnati giving up 3, Chad. What do you think?
Who are they playing again?
They're at New England.
Yeah, I'm going Cincinnati, even though they're giving up 3.
I'm going Cincinnati. They're gonna. That's a double-digit win.
Tony.
Yeah, the Patriots are a boring team. I mean, they're they've really taken on the personality of Belichick, and there's just nothing really interesting about them and the way they played against the Raiders. And you have the Bengals shit the bed in the first half. They did nothing, and they thought, wow, this is the best the Buccaneers have looked all year. And sure enough, Bengals took over. What, they scored 34 unanswered points in the second half, or like 31. I got to go to the Bengals. Joe Cool is just he's been phenomenal for him. And just so poised in the pocket.
What would you call him?
Joe Cool.
You should hang yourself.
I know. That's why I said it.
No, you didn't. Sit around. You know better than that. How is cool? What? Tell me how Joe Burrow is cool. I just want to know, because he smokes a cigar after a game. It's Bobby Kelly after a game. Tell me how Tell me how Joe Burrow is cool. Is he in a strip club? Is he banging chicks? Is he? No, but I mean, I'm just curious, like, why he's Joe Cool.
I just like the fact that how many times he's been hit in the pocket and how bad his line is that he just keeps getting up, and you know, I'm trying to think of sports cliches.
That's pretty cool.
That's it. It's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of other quarterbacks don't get hit. I mean, Tua gets hit, but he's not cool because
not cool enough.
The Bengals have won 6 in a row. You know, the Patriots got a great defense. Every once in a while, they'll fucking shut a team down. It's tough to win. 6 in a row is tough to win in this league. But the Bengals been on a roll. I don't know, man. I could see New England winning this, but I'm going to go Bengals. That's a safer pick.
Listen, Cincinnati, they cover. I mean, they're double digit in covering. I'm taking Cincinnati. You know, look, it depends. They'll score 40 as long as it's not going to be the crazy storm up there that we're getting down here. You know, but I'm taking Cincinnati. I think they're going to.
What storm are we getting?
We're getting a storm. If you live in New Jersey and going up towards Maine, get ready for some storms starting tomorrow into the weekend.
Ooh. I mean, it's December. I mean,
well, I get that. I get my weather information from Frankie.
Sometimes it snows, you know. Climate change. God damn it. Fucking snow in December 24th.
Gladwell apes Detroit. I know Landau's Detroit Lions at Carolina Panthers. Detroit giving up 2.5 since Florentine's on a roll. We'll start with Jim Florentine and his new haircut. Did you get a bowl of soup with that haircut?
No. Why was I supposed to?
Yeah, normally when you get a cut like that, they give you a bowl of soup.
Why? Well, where would the soup be in the fucking hair salon? I'm just curious.
Next door, they bring it over.
Oh, because my hair salon doesn't have a place that sells soup next door.
So if I said, you know what I mean, you're going to say no. Tell me what you mean.
No, I just don't know. I don't know where you get the soup from. I never saw.
Yeah, that's an old Maury. What was his name? Not Maury Amsterdam. Maury. I can't think of his.
Povich.
Maury Riskin.
No.
Are you thinking of Rodney Dangerfield?
No, I'm thinking of this short guy with the crazy black hair and the big eyeballs.
Emo Phillips.
No, the guy's dead. He just died or something.
Look, I'm
sorry, Jim. I'm sorry, Jim. I wasn't prepared
Taylor.
for the.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I wasn't prepared for the for the third degree on my fucking reference.
I'm sorry. I should have put gel in my hair, knowing that 14 people are going to watch this. I should have known. You know what I mean?
We're up from 11.
Yeah, so I should have thought about that. I go, it's 14 people going to see my fucking hair, which is kind of fucked up, but it's just outside wearing a hat, so it's right. I should have next time.
This is roast battle gone wrong.
Where are we?
No, because we're not allowed to fuck around. You know what I mean? Just be serious about the picks. That's it. Let's not. No ball busting. Hey, look, they call me Jim Cool.
Jim Cool.
Well, we're still at Detroit and Carolina.
Okay, so
Detroit giving up
Detroit. Detroit's one of those teams like the Jets. Just when you think they might turn the corner, they shit the bed. Panthers have been playing better ever since they got a new coach in there. Sam Darnold's playing better out of fucking nowhere. So it's great that he's playing better than Zach Wilson, who they fucking wasted a pick on the Jets. What's the spread? Detroit by 3?
No, it's 2.5. If it was 3, I would take Carolina, but it's 2.5.
In Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking tough, man. I'm going to go Detroit. I'm going to say they're going to pull out another week of winning.
Tony.
Yeah, I'm going to go Detroit as well. And not just because of Gladwell Ape. Every time I picked Carolina, they've lost. Usually when I pick against them, that they've shit the bed too. Yeah, no, Detroit's just, I don't know what it is about them. It's just probably better coached. Because again, I know Jared Goff, and I can't tell you who he's throwing. Is Herman Moore still on the team? I have no idea.
Yeah.
And the Lions, they just keep winning. They just keep playing well. And I'm going to say it continues.
Yeah, Tony, they
Look,
just
the quarterback-
activated Herman Moore.
Yeah, just the quarterback. I mean, Jared Cool, he's for the Lions.
Yes.
He's been really good.
Chad.
Hey, Jim, did you get a bowl of soup with
Why are
that
you shaking your
haircut?
head? Yeah, I did. There's a place right next door. It's weird.
Yeah,
They sell
he's
it.
fucking.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, the lady at the front desk go, let me go get a bowl of soup.
Yeah. I can't wait to travel again to see Florentine's show. All right, Chad, who do you got?
Like Gladwell says, go with Detroit. Always go with Detroit. Shout out Dave Landau.
That's right. See Landau on with Nick DiPaolo. Really, really great interview.
So what happened? Now Crowder's got fired from the Blaze or something?
Yeah, they left the Blaze.
Oh,
Still on YouTube. Left the Blaze. Still on. I don't know about firing or anything like that, but
Right.
they're still on YouTube, and they're working on something else.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he doesn't get kicked off of YouTube. Then he's going to have to go somewhere else. I know he's got a big audience. That sucks for Dave. But they might be bigger. Who the fuck knows? But
They didn't seem too concerned when he was on there. He says we're going to be fine.
yeah,
You know, of course he's still flying around private, playing sold out venues. So you know,
What a dumb move leaving compound.
Atlanta at Baltimore. Yeah.
he was due for a raise.
Yeah. I think there's a few people at Compound Gym that's due for a raise.
They give a lot of, they always give raises out like every year. So he should have stayed.
Yeah. The Ravens giving up 7.5.
Ken, are you going to Gino's birthday celebration?
I am not. Gino did. Thank you, Gino, for reaching out with the invite. Unfortunately, as I slide into retirement at the end of the year, I'm just chilling out and probably gonna head down south real soon and soak up some sun. But no, I will not. I will not be there.
Oh, that's a shame.
But thanks for
It's a
asking.
good lineup.
Yo, the lineup seems outstanding, doesn't it, Tony?
Oh, yeah.
Atlanta at Baltimore. Baltimore giving up 7.5.
Who knows if Lamar Jackson's playing? Probably not.
Yeah.
Still haven't announced it yet. They got that rookie quarterback the Falcons are playing. I think just the Ravens defense alone they'll cover this. I'll take the Ravens.
Tony.
I'm going Falcons because I guess Ravens just signed Sammy Watkins, who's been like on every single team this year. Just can't catch on, can't do anything. Because they had an injury, and then they've had to deal with Lamar Jackson. Even when he's back, he's probably not going to be the same, or he's going to fight with people on Twitter.
Sounds like me.
Not that any of us haven't done the same thing. It's just I'm going to go Falcon. I'm going to say Ravens win, but they win by like a Justin Tucker field goal. But so I'm going Falcons in this one.
Chad.
Going with the Ravens, former Browns.
Yeah, I'm going with Atlanta. Ravens will win, but they're not going to cover that. Their offensive coordinator, the Ravens, is a local guy from here, went to my high school, and they're putting signs outside the stadium about firing Roman as the offensive coordinator. When last year they had their first or second offense in the NFL. Chad, you said Atlanta, right?
No.
Who'd you say? You said Ravens?
I said the other team, Ken.
The former Browns.
The former Browns. Sorry, Chad.
I'm just fucking around. Sorry about my Wi-Fi. I feel bad.
Yeah. Redskins at 49ers. 49ers 7. Jim.
49ers are on a roll. They're the hottest team in the NFL. They're going to murder them. Redskins run is over. In San Francisco, doesn't matter who they plug in a quarterback there. It's a whole system. They got a great offense, unbelievable defense. So 49ers, that's a lock of the week.
Tony.
Yeah, I'm going to go Niners as well. As Jim said, that it really is a great system where you can throw anybody at quarterback, whether it's Lance, whether it's Garoppolo, whether it's Purdy, and they're just going to do well. It's just a well put together offense that it kind of like with Brady and Belichick in New England, that if you leave that and you try to recreate it, it's not going to work. It's really not going to work. I mean, they're trying it in Miami, and Miami's just kind of plodding along right now. So, yeah, I'm definitely going the Niners right now.
Yeah, I'm going the Niners as well. And if Brady plays next year, that's where he's going to be. He's going to be the Niners quarterback. Chad.
No, I disagree. I think Colin Kaepernick will come back next season and show everyone.
Good call.
And he will end racism. And I'm going with the 49ers, Dan Soder's 49ers.
Philadelphia Eagles at Dallas Cowboys. Opened at 1. Dallas given 1. It's now 4.5 because of the question mark with the quarterback. So this changes what I would do. I am taking Philadelphia and the points.
Throw me in.
Taking, it doesn't matter if he's playing or not. They'll still cover that, probably win. The Eagles.
Yeah, throw me in too with where the Eagles can.
Yeah, let's round it out. I'll go Philly.
Las Vegas Raiders at Pittsburgh Steelers. And a shout out to Earl Skakel, who they lost Franco Harris very early this morning.
Right before the 50th anniversary.
Right before the 50th anniversary. He died suddenly at age of 72.
Ah, well, I get it. I got you. He died suddenly.
How many vaccines did he get?
3.5. He halfway through the last one, he died.
The Immaculate Deception.
Yeah, by the way, holidays are around the corner, so make sure you get vaccinated before you go see your families.
Yes, please do that. And I'm in Pittsburgh this weekend for I'm not going to go to this game, obviously, but
why is that obvious? How would we know that was obvious?
Yeah, why is that obvious?
I'll ask you before Jim does. Why would you say it's obvious? How could that be obvious to us?
The guy said one word and you guys are jumping all over him. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, so Jesus. All right, I mean, that's what this show is.
Well, we're up to 14, Jim. Last time you were here, it was 11. We're up to 14, so we must be doing something right.
Good. All right, that's good.
It's I think they said it's going to be -6 in Pittsburgh for this game. And
obviously,
yeah. So that's why it's obvious. I don't go to football games unless it's underneath. You know, if it's
-6, that's like most of the chicks in fucking Pittsburgh. They're -6s. I've never seen a chick over a 7 in Pittsburgh ever.
So, Tony, you're taking Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh.
Jim.
Obviously.
This guy gets it.
That's something that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'll go to Steelers. Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah, put me down for Skakel Steelers. Obviously.
I'm taking Pittsburgh. They're going to be pumped up. This was the weekend they were retiring Franco's number. Now they're planning his funeral. So I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you're right.
They might be bummed out and not play well.
Do we know who's quarterbacking for them? Is it still Trubisky or is
Pickens is coming back?
Okay.
Bubby Brister.
Yes. Tommy Maddox.
Green Bay Packers at Jim Florentine's Miami Dolphins. This is my lock of the week, but Jim, kick us off.
What's the spread?
Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? -4. Miami giving up 4.
Miami hasn't been home in 3 weeks. Look, the Packers played good Monday night, but they played the shit team, the Rams, who the whole team is hurt. Miami will win this one at home.
Yeah, I agree. Green Bay just beat up on a bad team. It's not indicative of who they are right now. So I'm definitely going Miami here.
Throw me down for the Fins.
I'm taking Miami. Not only is Miami going to cover, Miami is going to blow them out.
You think so?
Absolutely. Miami is going to blow them out. I love that Miami coach. I think he is so cool. And the reason
Sure
why I think he's so cool, and when he dances before the games and he shakes the players' hands, he's always doing that little dance. So I think, oh yeah, they
I
just
never
showed
saw
it on the
the
NFL
dance.
Network yesterday. Yeah, he does his little dance and stuff like that. I think he's cool.
Tua cool.
Is it cooler than Joe Cool?
Denver Broncos at Kate Quigley's Los Angeles Rams. Denver, man, boy, how the Rams have fallen. Denver given 2.5 points. Jesus.
Think about all the shit teams this year. Like if me and my son look at the schedule every week. Okay, the Tampa sucks, right? Green Bay's no good. The Rams suck. There's 3 right from the NFC right there. Then you got the Steelers are horrible, right? You got, and then they thought the Broncos were going to be amazing. They got Russell Wilson. They signed a couple other guys. They stink. And then there's one other one. There's like 6 teams, like, you know, even the Raiders. The Raiders are like fucking 5 and 8 or something like that. All these teams, fan base, and they suck this year. So that's why most of the games you get like 2 or 3 really good games a week. Like Denver, they thought Denver at fucking Rams was going to be a good game on Christmas Day. It's horrible. Watching Denver's offense is fucking terrible. I mean, just a boring team to watch. They've been on national TV like 8 times this year. You can't get enough of them. They fucking stink. But I like Baker Mayfield back at home. He's still fucking show me something. As soon as you get a quarterback, you know, Sean McVay knows how Mayfield is going to be able to teach Mayfield and shit. So I think he's going to make a resurgence. It'll be great if he starts lighting it up and fucking Deshaun Watson shits the bed. Oh, fucking beautiful. Cleveland deserves that.
So am I putting
They
you down for
deserve
the
it.
Rams?
I'm going with Baker Mayfield for the Rams. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams too. Denver's a boring football team. They're a boring football team. They're poorly coached. I'm honestly surprised they haven't made a coaching change this year. I'm honestly shocked.
Rams.
Well, Denver's going to be making a coaching change at the end of the year.
Yeah.
They're done. Who do you have, Chad?
Rams.
Well, the guy, it's his first year. I mean, not too many coaches get fired after 1 year, but
Well, there's been a few the last couple of years, Jim. This guy's really he's terrible.
We saw with
he's
Freddie Kitchens a couple of years ago with the Browns. I mean, he was
Miami got rid of Cam Cameron back in the day after he won 1-15. So there are some cases, but
listen, I bought Baker Mayfield last week, but they didn't win. I'm buying him this week. He's going to be the quarterback next year. Chad Zumock's second favorite team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, giving up 6.5, going to Arizona.
another shit game. Also, Kyler Murray's really come back down to earth. He's the next RG3, who you thought he was going to be a superstar, and he stinks. So he's out. Obviously, blew out his knee. The Cardinals are horrible. That's a fucking terrible, terrible game. Tampa's got no offense. Brady's a shell of himself. It's a shit game on Christmas night. I'm going to take the Cardinals. I think 6.5 with Tampa Bay on the road, they could barely score any points. And that Colt McCoy guy's not too bad as a backup. He's okay. He's serviceable.
Former Brown.
Tony.
Yeah, this is one of those games that nobody's really going to watch because the NBA decides that they've made Christmas like their big holiday right now. So this game's just going to be on while everyone else watching ABC and watching, I don't know.
And the NFL blows them out of the water with the ratings. It's not even close.
Oh, I know.
It's like 9 million to 2 million.
It's just boring. It's like,
yeah. It will be a game. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll go Tampa on this one. It's again, the last couple of games we're talking about absolutely mediocre teams that have at least 4 wins. It's terrible.
Chad.
I'm gonna go with Arizona on this one. I'm gonna for the spread. That's it.
Yeah, I'm taking Arizona. I think Tampa will win by.
My Wi-Fi is terrible.
The last game Monday night, I think this is going to be a good game, Jim. The Chargers, Gino Pisconte's Los Angeles Chargers, at the Indianapolis Colts. Chargers giving up 4.5. They're 8-6.
The thing is, Jonathan Taylor's out for the year. They're running back for the Colts. It's not that they've been doing the right way anyway. The Colts they suck for a while, then they hang in there. Obviously, they blew that huge lead last week or whatever. The Chargers, who knows? I mean, look, when it comes down to Herbert and big games and shit like that, he chokes in the fourth quarter. He didn't last week, but a lot of times he has. I'm going to go with the Colts.
Tony.
I guess Nick Foles is starting for the Colts this weekend, right?
Earl Morrall. You missed that one. Earl Morrall has been activated.
What number was Earl Morrall?
15.
Or he fucking knows.
See? Oh, yeah. Look at that.
What team did he play on before the Dolphins?
Who, Morrall? Baltimore Colts. Yeah. Baltimore Colts. He actually started Super Bowl III, Jim, but Unitas finished it terribly. He finished it terribly, but
how old was he when he took over for Greasy that year in 1972?
I think he was 36 or 37.
38.
Well, I was close, right?
Yeah. No, it's
not bad for a guy looking for a bowl of soup.
Where do you get that at? Next to the hair salon?
Yeah, downstairs in my kitchen right after we're done.
Okay, good.
You're getting a haircut?
Not much left up here anymore to get cut there, Chadwick.
Ken Cool right there.
Tony, who you picking?
I'm going Chargers.
Tony callback.
I know. Ken, when you go for a haircut, they go, look, we'd like to get you a bowl of soup, but we didn't have to cut that much hair. So
fucking dick.
We'll just give you the crackers.
Yeah, that's what I get. Yep. And they're oyster crackers too, Jim. Oyster fucking crackers.
You don't like oyster crackers?
I do not, Jim. I do not like oyster crackers.
Why?
They're little round balls.
I know what they look like.
Okay. I just don't like them. They're hard on the teeth. I'm a lot older than you are.
If they shaped as a square, would you like them better? Because they're round, you know.
They're flat. Is there anything wrong with a saltine? A simple saltine. That's all I'm asking for. I ask these places for a simple saltine. Oh, we get oyster crackers.
That bothers you.
It bothers me, Jim.
You really got to lighten up. I mean, that shouldn't bother you, something like that.
Hey, Jim.
Can I use it on stage?
Jim, I'm heading off into retirement, buddy. I'm listen, I got it good, buddy. I got it good. Who knows? And whatever I do next, I still think I'm going to have it good. I'm living. Chad, am I living the dream? Chad Zumock, am I living the dream?
We live in the dream.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, if that's your only worry in life about the fucking the crackers,
my only worry.
You know what I mean? That's you are living the dream.
Yeah, that and my daughter switching colleges. Chad, who are you picking, Chad?
I don't know. What was the game again?
It was the Chargers at Colts. Chargers giving up 4.5.
I'm going Colts on this one to close it out.
How much? There's 15 watching.
It's going out for free.
I'll make them wait.
It's going out for free.
He's frozen. He's looking. He's frozen.
I'm frozen.
Now we probably lost 2.
Hurry up and say the team, Chad. Hurry up.
Can you see it? Here, I'll text it to you.
He could just text you to pick, Ken.
Is it the Chargers?
I don't think out of the 15 people watching, and we're 4, so I don't think they're going to go, wait, I got to see what Chad's pick is.
Colts. He just texted me Colts.
Yeah, there you go.
I got it, Chad. Well, I'm not going to ask Jim or Chad or Tony for where they're going up, since only 15 people really care.
No, we should. I mean, you never know.
Well, I got a third place. It's called the Touch of Italy Comedy Club, coming in the spring. Jim, what do you have going on?
Look, out of the 15 people watching this, there might be one guy in Providence, Rhode Island. I'll be there at the end of January. You never know.
Okay, Tony, you're going to Pittsburgh, but we don't,
Yeah.
Are you going to the game, Tony, or no?
Well, obviously not. I mean, it's too cold. It's too cool outside.
You and your wife fucking travel every weekend.
I know. I love it.
Where the fuck are you guys getting this money? You're fucking doing everything.
That's because I don't work in radio anymore. I have a real job that pays.
Was that your dream job? That was your dream job, right?
What are you guys going to do in Pittsburgh?
Family. She has family there.
Okay.
She's originally from Pittsburgh, so we go there. Yeah. By the way, yeah. So I'll speak for Chad here. We're at the Funny Stop next week, so I'll say hi to Pete for you. Yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, and Chad's birthday celebration on Tuesday, and Chad's going out in style since he said he's not going to drink going into 2023. So let's get drunk
There
with
you
Chad.
go to that show and get drunk with Chad. It's his going away party. His liver will start to heal.
Get yelled at by Pete. You know, that's a tradition.
He doesn't think Chad's gay anymore. I asked him when I was there, and I told him, "You think Chad? No, he's not gay. No." So he's like, "Yeah, women came here last time, so he doesn't think he's gay."
Joe Howard, the fucking drunk.
He doesn't think Joe's gay either. It's weird. He doesn't think he said was gay, but those two matter off. One time this chick was looking for heroin and she was all over Chad. And Chad, as soon as she found out, you know where I can get heroin, Chad's like, I got to get out of here. We're at that shit bar next door from the Funny Stop. We came back over. Pete's like, Chad, where's that girl? What are you doing over here? Because Chad he goes, nah, he goes, what are you doing here? Chad goes, I'm just chilling. And that fucking Pete has never let that go. Just Chad chilling. He chilling. He gay. Motherfucking chicks looking for heroin. Chad made the right decision.
That bar now is not. It's not called the Red Fox anymore. They upgraded it. It's called Punts and Pints. Ugh.
Oh God.
Punts and.
By the way, real quick, I got to get my kid in a second. I was listening to old O&A. I know you guys know about this, the Cleve, and is when they were fighting with that guy Maxwell, the DJ, and he said his catchphrase was, "We're gonna punt
and punt
and punt."
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. That's worse than Swapcast.
Ooh.
He's a sobriety coach now, and he gave up on his podcast because doing 20 minutes of podcast, or basically 40 total minutes of podcast a week, was too taxing, and he wasn't seeing enough revenue coming in to justify him continuing it. So
you think anyone in the Cleveland area when he was on the air was going at parties and punt? Hey, you want to go to that strip club? Come on, we can make there and punt. Nobody. That fucking died the slow death it deserves. It fucking bothered me yesterday. It fucking put me in a bad mood. And punt. Oof.
Well, I just had random shit drop. So after we're done here, I'm gonna listen to random shit.
Oh yeah, on Patreon.
That was the Jim Florentine Patreon.
Did you hear Luke on the Patreon last week?
Yeah. I put a note in there. Luke was great. He was hysterical.
Yeah.
Did you read any of the notes? The people want you to bring Luke back, and they said give Luke more time.
I know. The thing is, he doesn't have that much material, so I fucking So I got to make sure his mom's not watching.
He starts cursing. It was fucking hysterical. It was hysterical.
Yeah.
Oh man!
All right, guys.
We sat that time in Atlantic City, Jim. He was hysterical then.
He said, he goes, Dad, I can't believe I'm in my first strip club. Like he thought that club, because it looks like a strip club with the poles.
That's what he said. He said, I can't believe my dad brought me to a strip club.
Yeah.
I'm like,
don't worry, it's coming soon.
I said, hey, your dad's cool.
Hey, Jim Florentine brought me to a strip club in Key West last month. Do you remember we were in that bar and we took a turn to go to the bathroom?
Oh yeah, because the bathrooms were in there. That's right. Yeah. The bathrooms were in the strip club.
It was the best bathroom.
Yeah. I'm like, this is great. I got to fucking just every 5 minutes.
All right, who's gonna close us out? Hey Jim, it's good to see you. Have good holidays.
We'll see you guys.
Yeah,
I got to roll
down
out.
in Florida in January.
Be safe.
Be safe. Be safe.
Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
That's got to roll out. He's getting kicked out of the fucking lobby of the hotel.
See you guys. Take it easy. See you guys.